This is a young kid with his Denver Post newspapers getting ready to deliver. I got my start like this. I was a freshman in high school. I was helping my Hanai brothers with their route, and they got tired of it, and I took them over. And I had 3 routes. I had over 120 papers for the Hayward Daily Review for 3 years, up until I was a senior in high school. And I went to work at the liquor store, and then met my Hanai family, Bob and Debbie and the nieces. One of the nieces came, and T. 3 years, Monday to Friday in the afternoon, Saturday and Sunday in the morning. And then you had to go out and track your money down. Well, I actually loved having a paper route. It got me out of the house every day. So this is how I got my start. And then the district manager's name was Steve, and my younger brother still had his route. So I'd see Steve when he dropped the papers. Well, I was getting ready to turn 18, and I asked him, is there any kind of job down there that I could get? I need a job. And the weekend I turned 18, he hired me for, as he got me hired as his weekend manager. At the Review, the managers worked Monday to Friday, and then they had weekend guys, mostly college students at Chabot or Cal State Hayward, on the weekends. So I worked Saturday and Sunday. And when I went to work at the convent Monday to Friday, I still kept a job at the Daily Review. I worked there for 7 years. Near the end of my time, after I went to Laney for a year, and I went full-time at the paper, and then we all got laid off. In fact, we were told that we had the opportunity to apply for new jobs at 2/3 the pay and no benefits. Well, I had a little bit more pride than that. So I was on unemployment for a while. I saw the ad in the paper for working at the alarm company. I thought it was interesting. I applied. The interview was a literal 8-hour interview with the boss, Jeff. And he told me later that usually the guys who last all 8 hours, he hires. That as he's talking to you, as you're writing the calls and stuff, he's going to get a feel for you. And I thought that was an interesting way to interview. I know that when we went to our first call, I was asking 500 questions. Why aren't we taking the dog out? When did the police get there? That type of what type of, what went off? How does this happen? I was really interested, and it sold me the job. And I worked at the alarm place for 18 months, and really it was the best job ever. I never, not one day, thought, fuck, I gotta go to work. I thought, damn, what's gonna happen today? But I realized that when I just am not able to control the Tourette's, that I'm not going to be a cop, and I need to face facts, and I'm 26 years old, and I better get a real job. So that's when I went to work at the Mercury. My Hanai cousin, who's since passed, had already gone to work there and gotten hurt and had gotten retrained, and he was a paralegal. Anyway, he knew the people he knew the people that I needed to contact to get an interview and mention his name. And I knew what the job was, so, but not everybody does who went to work there. So I interviewed and I got hired. And you're a casual hire until you work up to seniority to get a regular full-time job. And as full-time jobs open, you work up the list, you are less on call and more scheduled. But I knew the story, so I knew that my phone was going to ring at 1:45 in the morning, and I'd be told, get into work now. Happened all the time. Didn't happen so much as I moved up the schedule, but it happened enough. So I got hired with 5 other people, and by 60 days into the 90-day probation, I was the only one left, because they just didn't, for some reason, they didn't believe it, or they didn't understand it, that your phone was going to ring at 1:45 in the morning and you were going to be told to come in now. I mean, you couldn't make any plans. There was no life. But it was worth it because you got a full-time job, and eventually you'd have a pretty good gig. And that's what happened to me. So, and that's why that I stayed at the Mercury, because I wanted a pension. That was my whole plan. The health insurance with retirement just worked out even better. Trust me, that cost me a min of money. We diverted all of our raises and some of our base pay to keep that benefit. Nobody else in the paper, management, or any other union had that but us. And it's my understanding that the company wanted to get rid of that because other bargaining units and management were pissed that they didn't have it and we did. Trust me, it was worth every nickel. So that's my newspaper story, and there you go.